Alright, so we're going to move on to Lesson E in Unit 7. So let's turn our books over to page 92. Alright, Lesson E is writing. Okay, so before we write, let's take a look at this picture. Alright, talk with a partner, look at the picture. What is the problem? What do you suggest? Well, let's look at this picture and see what we can find here. Well, we have a lady who's sitting at a desk and she looks a little worried. She has a red pencil in her hand, in one hand, and she has a budget in her other hand. So this might be her budget. Income and expenses. Okay, so one row has income, only two squiggly lines there, and the other row or column, so the first column has income and it has two squiggly lines, and the other column has expenses, and this is three squiggly lines. That sounds right. That sounds just about right. More expenses than income. And she is looking at her computer, or she has a computer screen here. I don't know if she's looking at it. She might be looking at the people over here, the three people. But on her screen, she has women's suits, and it looks like she is trying to look at some clothes, some professional clothes. Okay. Now behind her, or in the back there, are three people, two women and one man, and they all look to be professionals. They look to be professionals because they are wearing suits. The two women are wearing suits with a skirt, and the man is wearing a suit and tie. Alright, so look at the picture. What is the problem? So the problem is, to me, this is what I think. Everybody has on suits and she does not have on a suit. Okay, she's not dressed badly. She just doesn't have a suit on, so she's not professional. I would say she's more casual or business casual. What do you suggest? Well, I suggest that she should put money aside in her budget so that she can buy a suit, a professional suit, to look professional in the office. Okay, that's my suggestion, that's my advice. She could save her money to buy a suit. That's what I think. She could save her money to buy a suit to look professional in the office. Alright, let's move on. That's what I see. Let's move on. B. Read the letter from a newspaper advice column. The advice column is called The Money Man. Dear Money Man, I recently got a new job in a downtown office. I need to look nice every day. I've never worked in an office before, and I don't have the right clothes. Most of the women wear suits to work. How can I get a new wardrobe without spending my entire salary? Can you give me advice? Not clothes crazy. Okay, so here we understand. We have a better understanding of what's going on in this picture. So this is not clothes crazy. Okay, and she's writing into the Money Man to ask him for advice on how she can afford to buy suits for her office, to work in her office. So answer the questions. What is the woman's problem? Well, according to the picture and to her question or her call for advice from the Money Man, she doesn't have the right clothes. And the right clothes would be a suit. Another problem is, how can she get a new wardrobe without spending her entire salary? Question is, what do you suggest? So if it was me, if she was asking me, if I was the money man, I would tell her to do the best she can. So to figure out how much she can spend out of her budget, how much she can put aside for clothes. Something that's realistic, something that makes sense, something that won't make her spend all of her money, but something that makes sense that she could go to Walmart or even Target or someplace like that. That would be my suggestion. Take some time and write down your suggestion. What do you think the woman's problem is? And write it down in complete English sentences. Use the picture here and this article here, the newspaper advice column, to write down what you think the woman's problem is. And then take some time to write down your suggestion for her. Okay, let's move on. C. Read the answer from the money man. So the money man has given her an answer and wrote it down in his column. Dear Not Clothes Crazy, it's important to look nice at your job, but you don't need to spend all your money on clothes. I have a few suggestions. First, why don't you buy a black suit with a skirt, jacket, and pants? Then wear a different blouse and jewelry every day for a different look. Second, you could shop at thrift stores. They often have excellent used clothes at very cheap prices. Third, how about talking to the other women in your office? They can tell you about good places to shop. Finally, you should make a monthly budget and follow it carefully. Following a budget is the best way to manage your money. Here's some hints down here. Use words like first, second, third, and finally to list your ideas. First, second, third, finally. So take some time now to write down what you think the money man suggests. Was your suggestion different from his? If yes, how was it different? If no, good job. You should write for this column. Okay, so let's move on. Number 2, write. Read the letter. Write an answer. Start with the problem and write 2 or more suggestions. Use exercises 1A, 1B, and 1C to help you. So let's read this problem. Dear Money Man, my wife and I have 3 young children. We both work full-time. When we come home from work, we are very tired and don't want to cook. We eat in fast food restaurants 3 or 4 times a week. It's very expensive. Last night the bill was $44. How can we save money on dinner? Fast food dad. Now I can tell you, he has 4 children here. It's only $44 now for the 3 or 4 times a week. But as they grow up, they will start eating like adults, and that 44 will turn into 88, 120, blah blah blah. It gets more and more expensive. So he has to figure this thing out like now. All right. So take some time and use exercises 1A, 1B, and 1C to write to answer and give him some suggestions on how he can save money on dinner. Let's go ahead and take some time and do that now. Okay, so hopefully you've had some time to write down your suggestions for the fast food dad. So let's look in number 3 here. After you write, A, check your writing. So you want to make sure that you have these 3 things checked when you are putting together your writing. Okay. Number 1, I started with the problem. Okay. So if you remember here, my wife and I have 3 young children. We both work full-time. When we come home from work, we are very tired and don't want to cook. So that is the problem, right? Number 2, I wrote 2 or more suggestions. Okay, so when we look at what the money man wrote to answer the not clothes crazy lady, right? He gave some suggestions. He says, I have a few suggestions. First, why don't you buy a black suit with a skirt, jacket, and pants? Second, you could shop at thrift stores. Third, how about talking to the other women in your office? And then finally, you should make a monthly budget and follow it carefully. Okay? He wrote out four suggestions, right? First, second, third, and finally. Number 3, I used words like first and second to list my suggestions. So there again, he used first, second, third, and finally. Okay? Once you've finished writing your suggestion, and you've checked off all these 3 parts here, right? They all have yes. Share your writing with a partner. Take turns. Read your letter to a partner. Comment on your partner's letter. Ask your partner a question about the letter. Tell your partner one thing you learned. Okay, so this would be a great exercise to do if you could find a partner either at home or somewhere on the phone, one of your family members. Maybe you could do a video call with them, or one of the other students in class. You could use WhatsApp or Zoom to talk to each other and to share your letters with each other. All right, great. Let's move on. Okay, so we are now into lesson F in unit 7, page 94. All right, another view, life skills reading. So here we have a bank account. Okay, choose the right plan that's right for you. So this is a bank. They have many checking accounts. Okay, and this is probably a brochure, a list of different checking accounts. Right, you have a regular checking account and a premium checking account. Okay, and we can use this to see the difference between these 2 checking accounts. Okay, so monthly service fee. The regular checking account is $8. The premium checking account is $12. Minimum balance, daily balance. The minimum daily balance to waive a monthly service fee. So in order to have the minimum amount of money so you don't pay a service fee. In the regular checking account, you have to have $1,000. Premium checking account, you have to have $5,000. To earn interest, do you need to have money to? Can you earn interest here? With regular checking account, no. With premium checking account, yes. ATM and bank card, how much would that cost you? Regular, free. Premium, free. To have free checks. Regular checking, no, you don't have free checks. Premium checking, yes, free checks. Free internet banking. Regular checking, yes, you can have free internet banking, and with premium as well. Free internet bill paying. Okay, so you can pay your bills online through the bank. Regular checking, yes. Premium checking, yes. And then the last item is free money orders and traveler's checks. So can you get free money orders and traveler's checks from this bank with a regular checking account? The answer is no. With a premium checking account, yes, you can. Okay, so now we know the difference between what we can get with a regular checking account and a premium checking account at Town Bank. Okay. Okay, so let's look at Section A. Read the questions. Look at the bank brochure. Fill in the answer. What does the premium checking plan offer? A free ATM card? Free internet bill paying? Free traveler's checks? All of the above. I put all of the above. Number 2, with premium checking, how much do you need in your account to avoid a monthly service fee? So avoid means to stop, right? Or to go around, or not to pay, right? So how much do you need in your account to not pay a monthly service fee? And this is premium checking. So is that $0, $12, $1,000, $5,000? And I put $5,000. Which kind of checking account offers free internet banking? Premium checking? Regular checking? Both premium checking and regular checking? Neither premium checking nor regular checking. I put C. I put C. Both A and B. Both premium checking and regular checking. Number 4. Which statement is true? Both plans offer free checks. Premium checking pays interest. Only one plan offers a free ATM card. Regular checking offers free money orders. I put B. Premium checking pays interest. Check your answers. See what you got. Did you match mine? Was it different? You can go back and look at that chart for the brochure for checking accounts, and look at what regular checking has to offer and what premium checking has to offer. B. Solve the problem. Give your opinion. Larry has a checking account from Town Bank. He writes a check. He often forgets to record the amount in his checkbook. Last month, he wrote 2 bad checks because his balance was too low. The bank charged him over $100. The question is, what should he do? What should he do? Take some time and give your opinion. So write down your opinion, and let's help Larry balance his checkbook. Okay. Excuse me, okay? Obviously, he needs to start writing, he needs to start recording the amount in his checkbook whenever he writes a check. But let me hear what you have to say, all right? Feel free to share it with me through the email or WhatsApp, or you can DM me in WhatsApp. Okay, so let's move on.